With me, I have the Sam Berghoff from the Iowa softball team. Sam, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you, Carl?
I'm good. So do you want to introduce yourself with your major, graduation, your position, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna miss the icebreakers most from college, so I think I should probably give one last round in before
Fun fact, maybe. I don't know.
before I'm done. No, I'm a senior, well, graduating senior. I'm an international studies, Hispanic studies double major. I'm from Chicago. Um, yeah, I don't really have anything super fun. Usually I
Mhm.
say I play softball.
Yeah.
So that's that's
So do you have any fun hobbies or hidden talents or quarantine snacks that you've been doing or having fun with anything during this fun quarantine time?
Wow, any hobbies? So I decided that I was gonna start learning dance choreographies because I realized that. So I've always wanted to, everyone likes dancing, well, most people anyway. And so I realized that, like, man, I have the utmost respect for dancers anyway. But then I was like, I've never actually tried to learn a real dance. So then I've been trying to do that, and it takes up a really, really good chunk of my time because I'm really bad at learning the dances. So that's been super exciting. It's also like gets me moving, which is great. And the only thing that I've been sustaining my diet on is my mom has been making these blueberry muffins with dark chocolate chips in them. Oh my gosh. I literally, like, yesterday I had 3 of them. I ate 2 for lunch. That was my lunch, was these muffins. So that's been super fun. And now she doesn't stop making them.
Hmm.
So if there's like, 2 muffins left, there's a new batch in the
Hmm.
oven already. So it's like this infinite loop of muffins are available to me.
That's
Which
awesome.
is fun. Yeah.
Okay, so as you know, it is D3 Athlete Week. And so I wanted to ask you, why did you choose IWU and D3 to continue your athletic career?
Yeah, so I think maybe I had a little bit of a different path than most because I was actually verbally committed to a Division 1 program my junior and beginning of senior year of high school. And I was young when I was going through the process. Everyone is like, you're young in high school, whether you want to admit it or not. And you really may not have an idea of exactly what it is you want to go into. So I committed my, early junior year and had been that process starts super early for that all the recruiting stuff just starts early. So I came to terms with it senior year, and I realized that I really needed more balance in my life. And it was much more about finding passion in other areas of my life. And the second I stepped on campus at Wesleyan, it was unreal. It felt so perfect. Everything felt like I was going to be able to control, my choices and what it was I wanted to do, and I could major in whatever it was. The One of the biggest things for me was going abroad, which obviously you have an understanding of. You're about to go off abroad. So that was super incredible that I was going to be able to have this balance in my life and create the balance that I wanted. And obviously, we're surrounded by incredible athletes who we compete at an incredibly high level, at the highest level. Like, it's incredible, and you're surrounded by people who are also very well rounded and very balanced in their lives too. Yeah, it's been an amazing experience. And when I meet, younger kids who are in high school thinking about college sports, I really urge them to think about Division 3 just because it's incredible, and you can be yourself. You can be a human and be an athlete. That's what it's really about, is being a student while being an athlete. It's really great. So
Hmm.
yeah, there's a billion reasons why I chose it, but kind of to sum it up.
Can you tell me your favorite IWU memory within softball and then beyond?
Oh man. I gotta say, I think my favorite memory softball wise, obviously, it's, the first thing that comes to my mind is like, okay, we played for a national championship. How incredible. Like, that's the pinnacle of sports. But I think about that series, what was my favorite was beating Texas Tyler. I just remember, like I was just like, this is it. We did it, and we have made a name for ourselves. Because they had been in the national championship for years and years. And so beating them just really kind of solidified this idea that we we're in this, and we had been in it the year before, but we were really still an underdog. And I think people didn't really give credit to our name and our talent and the actual skill and the things we had physically proven, time and time again on the field. So beating them just was so incredible. And then of course, we go to Tyler last year for the national championship series, and to hear their athletic director, say that we're lucky they're not in the tournament with us. I was so excited. I was like, yeah, are we really lucky? We knocked them off ourselves. So it was just really great to kind of come together for that team win, knock off a big name. Outside of softball, I gotta say, I know it really isn't on campus, but it was probably my abroad experience, just because, that's something that I had totally supported me in. And having two majors, it's not an easy thing to balance and get time off campus, but they also just made it so affordable and so accessible to anyone who wanted it. And that was a completely life-changing experience. I think anyone who does it usually says it's something that sticks with you forever. So I gotta say that's probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite part about the IWU athletic community as a whole?
Oh, okay. Well, the only word that, comes to mind is family. And it's just such a genuine sense of family. In every single staff member, coach, athletic director. I mean, Mike Wagner is incredible. Every athlete, every fan, everybody who's ever been involved in any way, it's so genuine. And everyone is so bought into what it means to be a Titan. And there's nobody else that I would rather play for. No other university that I could ever, put myself on a field and know that every single person has my back. I mean, equipment managers, people who send me a random text every now and then just saying, hey, I've been watching. Like, people just really wholeheartedly buy into what we've developed and what this program has just really made its being. And it's just a family. And I know that no matter what, if I'm 15, 20 years down the line and I come back and maybe the athletic department looks a bit different and there's people that I may not know, I know that no matter what, I can step back in there and I have that connection for the rest of my life. And I think that's something that is just so special about everything that the athletic program offers.
Mm-hmm. So you said you are a double major. Can you talk a little bit about how you balanced athletics and academics?
Yeah. So I mean, school is hard. That's, that Illinois Wesleyan is tough. And that's the fact of the matter, right? It really, they want to challenge us in every possible way, whether that's extracurriculars outside of, the classroom activities, group projects, individual researches, and things like that. The professors are looking to challenge you. But one thing that I really learned throughout my 4 years, is that I think the professors have a lot of respect for student athletes because they understand that we are committed to our sport, right? We will go in, we'll, put in 4 or 5 hours at Shirk, doing practice, doing lifts, but we know how to manage our time really well. And I think that's something as a freshman, especially, that's really you're a period of adapting to all of that, everything that's new, and you're trying to balance your classes, and it feels like you have more time than maybe you did in high school. You're not in school for 6.5 hours a day, but really learning to manage what works for you and what doesn't work for you. But a lot of professors would say, some of my student athletes, those are the hardest workers, because we commit that work ethic to everything we do. And I think that's just something that you kind of have to embrace. Because it's not just about working hard on the field. That's great. All of us work hard on the field and, in the gym and whatever it might be. But it's about finding that also in the classroom. And it's about finding things that you really enjoy. And I was lucky enough to, I came in undeclared and I took a bunch of gen eds just to kind of figure it out. And I found what I loved. And that makes it so much easier to go and commit hours to the library to do your homework and do whatever it is you need to get done. But overall, I would say it's just about finding your schedule. whether it's like you like doing what you got to get up in the morning, that's the only time you can focus, like, then make sure you're getting that, get your time in the morning and then go to class and kind of free yourself up for the rest of the day. But I think most athletes know really well what works for them and what doesn't, how to manage their time around practices and games and all of that. So it gets easier as it goes on, I think, once you kind of realize what works and what doesn't.
So with being a senior, can you tell me any life lessons that you have learned from softball and the IWU athletic program?
Man. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, I think. Um, you know, I've been doing a lot of reflecting on my past 4 years, because why not? I have a bunch of time to do that currently. But I've really embraced what the athletic program has set up for all of us, and I think that's the biggest thing, is just like really being a bit vulnerable to the family that, that's there for you. IWU athletics is about making better people. Of course, they want to push us athletically, and they do. There's no doubt about that. But I think what they really set us up for is a lasting, life of being a good person and using what you learned in your sport to translate to your job, your career, with your family, whatever it is that you might encounter in the future. Like, we've been set up for that. And so I think it's just really shown me the things I can handle, which is a lot, because sports are stressful. Dealing with all, school and sports and everything that happens with that it's stressful, but we're also capable of doing that. And it's really showed me as a female, especially with our team. I know that's kind of a big thing. We are incredibly powerful. Obviously every human is powerful in their own way, but I think being a female, right, we're already kind of programmed to maybe not feel that way, but it's been so empowering, and the support has been unreal. And it's just kind of like, whatever it is you do, be confident in that and be passionate about it. And just, if you work hard, you're going to get results, but you got to put in the work, and nothing's handed to you. And I think that's a great, I think our team is a great example of that nothing's handed to us. We've year and year been super successful. But I know that doesn't come easily. Every team, you got to get into practices. You got to take every rep seriously. It's the little things. The little things are the biggest. But yeah, it's just been, I mean, it's set us up for success, whether you realize it, as a sophomore or not. Senior year, yeah, it's looking back at where I was freshman year, man, it's a much more confident, happy, well-rounded version of who I was. Yeah.
All right, I have a final question. What does TGOE mean to you?
Oh man, this is gonna make me cry. Getting emotional in the interview. Oh my goodness. TGO is everything. I mean, I've already got plans for the tattoo. TGO is going to be with me for the rest of my life. That's what it is. It's everything. This family, this sport, my professors, my classmates, coaches, everything, staff member, anyone who has ever been involved in this is in that. And it's just like that connection is there forever. It's actually something a lot like that I've been thinking about a lot, is this idea that there have been so many little people. There have been people that have just kind of randomly happened upon, this team or this program, and they've fallen in love and they've bought into this idea of TGOE. We are hardworking, we're respectful when we win, and we're respectful when we lose. We're good people, we're thankful, we're appreciative of every moment we have, we're appreciative of everyone who's ever been involved. It's just being together, and being grateful that we can be together. Yeah, TGOE is amazing, and I can't wait to have it tattooed on my body for the rest of forever so I can tell my grandkids about it. It's going to be amazing.
Do you have anything else that you would like to add to this interview?
Well, I'm a senior, so, I could get a little sappy and wish every underclassman the best. But I think one thing I do want to comment is just like everyone that's currently dealing with, this pandemic and everything that we've been going through, it's really a reminder that things are fragile, that your sport is fragile, the opportunity to go to school is fragile, the opportunity to be on campus is super fragile, that it's just a reminder nothing is guaranteed. Work hard while you can, take every rep with intention, go to every practice, make yourself better, make the people around you better, go to class, work hard, learn as much as you can, talk to your professors while you can, like take in those little moments. And I think that's just something that, you're going to go back on campus and you're going to be a bit humbled. And I think it's just important to take that and remember it through whatever it is, every challenge that you're going to face in the coming years. Just remember that. And as always, TGOE.
Sam, thank you for letting me interview you. I hope you
Yeah.
stay healthy and safe in this crazy time.
Thank you. Hope the same for you, Kyle.